Hey YouTube, it's Cecilia Lane here. I think you can see how exhausted I am from the last 2 days. I've been helping my cousin with my aunt. We just had her checked into Johns Hopkins Hospital, and it was a harrowing experience. And the stress of it and the physical fatigue that it caused me from doing things like picking her up, really bad move considering my neck, caused me to end up having an episode while I was there, a spinal episode, and I myself ended up in the ER and had to be treated. I got an unbelievable migraine as a result of my neck issues, and it was horrible. It was horrible. But I made it through. I'm here. I've had about 12 hours of sleep in the past 3 days. And you can tell. But I'm alive and kicking, and I feel great now. I just finished my walk, drinking my protein shake. Yay! Had to take a sip. And I'm feeling good today. Today is a good day. Little ice cube. Today is a good day. Anyways, today I want to talk about regretting WLS, weight loss surgery. Do you regret your weight loss surgery? I do not regret my weight loss surgery. However, I have, like most, gone through periods of regret. My initial regret, of course, was right before I went into surgery, and I was like, what the hell am I doing? I'm crazy. I've lost my mind. This is not worth dying for. My next regret was obviously when I woke up from surgery and I was in horrible pain. That was no fun. And then the next few days after surgery, when I was in horrible pain, I was like, this was crazy. It was just so painful, and the gas pain was horrible for me, and drinking all of the medicines, that was really hard for me, and I was nauseous all the time. Oh my gosh, I felt so sick all the time, and it was like nothing helped. Then, of course, I regretted it again while I was on the liquid diet. It's not that I was hungry, but if I saw another freaking can or bouillon of chicken broth, I thought I was gonna vomit. I was so sick and tired of chicken broth, beef broth, broth, any kind of broth. I was so tired of it, and I never wanted to see broth again. I have not had chicken broth since then except to make stuffing. That is how great my dislike of chicken broth is now. Then, of course, I regretted it again when I got on to the next phase, which was soft foods. I was very sensitive for a long time to sugars and fats. And so my options were so limited that it was really frustrating to be on the soft diet, the soft puree diet. I was also mourning being able to choose something. Like, goddamn, give me a pretzel, a cracker, a chip, a something. I mean, I'll even take a damn piece of celery at this point. If I can just hear some crunch and feel some crunch, I would be a whole new person. That's how I felt. And I remember I really mourned at that point, not being able to chew or crunch on anything. Again, I still wasn't hungry. I did not suffer like a lot of others with head hunger, which is very real, and I feel so bad for those people. But that was not part of my struggle. I just wanted something to freaking chew. I mean, it was killing me. Then when I moved on to solid foods, that is when the worst regret happened, because I went through a period of at least a month where everything made me sick. I was throwing up constantly every day. It became a chore to eat. Honestly, I can say for that month, if not even a little bit longer, I had a true dislike of food. It was a nuisance, it was irritating, it made my life more difficult, it frustrated me. It was just one big pain in the freaking ass. I didn't want to have anything to do with it anymore. I just wanted to be done. And it was also rough too, in the sense that my love of food had gone away. After food having been such a good friend, companion, lover, shoulder to cry on, celebration buddy, it was really rough losing that huge piece of my life that had been so important for so long to me and had been so good to me and so bad to me, but emotionally had helped me get through so many dark and happy moments in my life. And I truly, truly mourned it at that point. Once I was able to start eating again, and I was learning what worked for me, what didn't, what I couldn't eat, what was gonna make me sick, and I got a better handle on understanding my portions, that regret went away and my relationship with food was renewed, but it was a new relationship. And I had this new appreciation for what it could do for me and new understanding of what was the point of it and why it was so important to make good choices. It was like this instant response. If I ate something bad or that didn't sit right with me or wasn't any good for me or just I had a great sensitivity to, then I would get sick or I would feel bad. And if I ate the right things, then I would feel good and I wouldn't get sick. Over time, I developed this new relationship with food where I loved it and I still enjoyed it and I looked forward to it, but from a very different perspective than previously. It was something now to feed my body, not just my soul. Sad to say. It wasn't the source of comfort that it had previously been. As I moved along in my journey, so too did I move along in my relationship with food. And that relationship stayed really good for a really long time. And it felt great to have that kind of balance. I was so grateful to the tool once I got that balance for the support that it gave me, that reminded me constantly what my portion was supposed to be, that made it impossible really for me to eat things that I wasn't supposed to be eating because I'd get sick. It wasn't until I started slowly eating more and more things that I wasn't supposed to be eating, and over time increasing the quantity of those things, that my sensitivity started to go away and I lost the benefit of that tool. Interestingly enough, I noticed that going back now to my previous philosophy of eating, I have noticed that those sensitivities are returning again. And things that didn't bother me a month ago or 2 months ago, or quantities of things that didn't bother me a month ago or 2 months ago, are now bothering me again. And my body is talking to me again. And maybe it's not so much that my body's talking to me, it's probably always been talking to me, I just haven't been listening. And I am listening now. The relationship is really good as a result. I'm really happy about that change. And I want to hold on to it. I want to hold on to it so badly. I don't want to let go again. I remember now acutely how wonderful it felt when my relationship was good with food and when I was listening to my body. I realized now that I had lost that. I had forgotten all about that and I had stopped listening to my body. I was just ignoring it, and I was so caught up in my emotions and my instant gratification and my need to once again comfort myself with food or not deal with something using food, that I had become oblivious again. So I think this is some really good advice for myself, and maybe for others too, that if you can get back to listening to your body when you get off track, and everybody gets off track sometimes, well, there are some super people out there. I'm not super. If you give yourself the opportunity to listen to your body and hear what it has to say, and you pay attention to that, and you make a real effort to feed your body the good stuff, it will go so far in helping you stay on track and keeping your focus where it should be, which is with the healthy choices that make you feel good, that make your body feel good, that give you the balance mentally that you need to be able to resist foods that you shouldn't be eating, because difficulty to resist becomes easier when you're listening to your body. Yeah, I know that smells good, I know that tastes good, but I know it's not going to feel good. And I'm not looking forward to not feeling good, because I've been feeling amazing lately. So those are my food for thought and my experience on regretting getting the vertical sleeve, how that regret changed over time as I went through each stage in my surgery over the past 6 years, and how that regret turned into a complete and total love and appreciation for this gift that I've been given, and a constant reminder that I need to take advantage of this gift. I shouldn't squander it. I shouldn't waste it. I should hold on to it tight, because it is good for me, and you don't let good things go. Thanks for watching, YouTube. Be sure to subscribe. Check me out on Instagram at cecelialane. And come see my new website, WLS Success with Cecelia Lane.